Jesus, took you long enough. The game, I didn't record. This is a separate session. I haven't... After the last session I stopped recording and I didn't work on it. So I'm back now, a day later. Good day to you and welcome back to Shogun 2 Total War. I am, as always, your host, Fred of Asgarnia. Never done that intro before, but I gotta start doing it now. And today you are about to see a battle. A battle is a terrible thing, sir. One which should be avoided. Ah, fuck it, I'm just kidding. Everybody loves a good battle in a Total War game. Otherwise, nobody'd play them. So today, I will show you a battle against our enemy, Date Tanemune, who apparently is our father. Yes, you heard it here, people. A civil war within a civil war. So, I'll give you a layout here. Basically, my printer started for some strange reason. I don't like the sound of it. And anyway, as you can see, you've got the deployed forces, which is how many men we have. It's 570 men, which is, of course, more than the enemy, who only has 465. But I think it was Sun Tzu who said, in war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Well, it was Peter Pevensey from the Chronicles of Narnia said, but I bet they help, and they certainly do. Generally, the side with the more men in these games win, unless you're actually good. Then you see what men we have. You've got our general, Date Yoshimori, Yari Samurai, which are probably the best men we have, Yari Ashigaru, which are basically spear militia, then Bo Ashigaru, which are bow militia. Genius, eh? Then on our enemy side you can see he has some light cavalry, good for flanking maneuvers, good against other cavalry, throw them against a wall of Ashigarus or spears and you are screwed. They've got then basically the same thing. Then you've got the reinforcing button. In other words, if we had extra soldiers and they were close enough to us, they'd join us in the battle. Oh, I like the banner. A wave. Then you've got the auto-resolve battle, which basically lets the computer fight the battle out for you. But I don't advise doing that if you can help it. It could screw you over. You will take more casualties than you strictly need to, and there's a very good chance that you could lose the battle, depending on the game's difficulty setting. Then you've got the fight the battle out on the battlefield, which is what I intend to do, and then there's the retreat button, which is for little pussies. Retreating is for pussies, my friend. So, let's fight! Sorry, I'm just afraid I'm going to be walked in on. We pray that henceforth not only Japan, but all mankind may know the blessings of harmony and progress. Shigeru Yoshida, Japanese politician, 1878 to 1697 or 1967. Yeah, so he would have been born during the Meiji Restoration. This was after medieval Japan. This is when the Americans forced their way into Japan and basically made Japan open her borders. Because before that, Japan had thrown out all European influence after this period, and basically refused to modernize. So the Meiji Restoration was the period, I think, after 1854, where Japan began to embrace Western ideals. The Americans, of course, were the ones who stuck their dicks into the glory hole. You can understand how that would work. I kid the Americans. You're lovely people. I'm just saying, Commodore Perry, he kind of forced his way in with a great big-ass ship. Lovely man. So then, as you can see, we have the battlefield. Now, the attacking party during a battle can choose to wait or attack immediately. If the weather conditions are favourable, they might attack immediately, or they might choose to wait. But as the attacking, certain weather conditions, like wet weather might affect ranged infantry. It'll reduce range, make the fire less accurate. Guns won't be able to fire in this weather, which you can get in this game later, as I will explain. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. We'll attack at once. Okay, that's strange. No rousing intro speech. Now this is a very even plane. The last battle I fought in this sort of similar set, I'll be honest, everything didn't go against us, but it could have been a lot better. So we'll explain the basic mechanics. These are our infantry. Our spear infantry. They are good against cavalry. Our archers are good against spearmen. These are our samurai. The best of the best. The best men we have. Then you have certain options here available to every unit. I'll explain those as we go on. This is a useful one. Spear wall. It creates a spear wall. It makes your men better defensively. But since we kind of want to be doing a lot of the attacking, considering we get a charge bonus, that is, when we run into battle, our men get a bonus while attacking. Then you've got our general. You see this little aura around him? This is an important feature of the Total War games that was introduced in Napoleon. Total War. Basically, if your men are caught within this line, it improves their morale and fighting capability. So you want to keep your general as close to the battle as possible. Now, I'm going to advance and attack because that's my style, sir. Left me home and I left me job, went to join the army. If I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have been so balmy. Poor old soldier, poor old soldier. If I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have been so balmy. So we're going to deploy here. Like so. Ah, vive l'empereur! Well, it's kind of inappropriate really, isn't it? Okay, we're going to order our archers to stop here, just behind the main line. Then we're going to form our spears up here to protect them from the cavalry. And we'll deploy like this. Simple. Basically what you want to do is you want to whittle down the enemy as much as possible before you actually cross bows. Or cross swords. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and wear the enemy out. So you lot can move quickly. Oh, shit. Spear Ashigaru, or Ashigaru. Loose formation. See, if a unit's in loose formation, it makes them less susceptible to arrow fire. Here, give him hell. Okay, the cavalry are going to attack. So what we're going to do now is we're going to withdraw our archers. And then we're going to move the Yari Samurai forward. That'll probably turn the cavalry back, because spears are... Oh. Okay, hang on. Pause. What was that? Ah, crap, we're already involved. I was going to say, generally when you're attacking, you want to... Generally with spears and cavalry, you want to have your men stationary when they're fighting. Oh, no, they're retreating. Oh god, look, they've already broken. So this is how effective spears are against cavalry. They will decimate them. So already we have their cavalry in retreat, which takes a lot of pressure off us. So now we're going to advance our infantry. Our spears. So come on lads, forward, forward. We'll run them. Rapid advance. This is a special ability that makes our men advance quickly. Banzai! Now you see, generally when you get close to Ashigaru, they'll begin...
Hidden units, my lord! Treacherously meant to ambush us!
Okay, we're gonna stop, and we're gonna wait. Okay, they're not pulling back. Shit, they're cleverer than I thought. Retreat! Oh no, we get a charge bonus. Charge! Yay! Except our men are running from the battlefield. Already. General! To me! See, normally I wouldn't bother, but considering our men get a charge bonus, it's worth it. And then we will call up the general to support our men. That'll make... We're going to use this in...
Our general is in
grave danger, my lord! Rousing. Good. Now, we're going to force them, and we're going to attack the Boashigaru, who are also running from the battlefield. Shameful display! Banzai!
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
Well, he gets really excited really easily. Just to let you know, that advisor... And they're running. So now we send in the general to do all the mopping up. Simples! So continue. This actually went much better than the last battle I played out, possibly because of the terrain. I know my explanations here were very vague, but it's difficult to do when you're commenting live, because you're trying to control your men, but you're also trying to give a detailed explanation at the same time. Now, for those of you who are new to the Total War game, morale is something you really want to pay attention to. You don't win a battle necessarily by destroying every soldier in an enemy's army. You do it by making them run, which is what we've done. Crucial factor morale is, which makes a general very important, as they bolster morale just by his mere presence. But you don't want, you also want to be very careful with your general. You don't want to be careless with him. Here, Yari Samurai, go after these Boa Shigaru, these Yari Ashigaru. Cavalry are good for chasing fleeing enemies because of, you know, they're mounted and so faster. But you don't want to use them often. You want to use them to hit men from behind or engage other cavalry. Because as you saw with their light cavalry, against spears or just infantry in general, prepared infantry, cavalry can fare miserably. I won't lie. Are they in loose formation? No, they're not. Okay, well I think they've pretty much got away. So I'm going to give you a couple of close-ups now. In this game...
ally has abandoned them! Now we have them!
But yeah, as you can see, the details are pretty good. Even on a low setting, the quality of the game still looks pretty amazing. I have my graphics turned down because frankly I don't really think the game could... Are they on our side? Oh, they are, sorry. We're going to make our men then form a spear wall. But again, those had better be ours. Yari Samurai! Form spear wall. This is an excellent formation for repelling cavalry. As long as it isn't our cavalry. Don't impale our own cavalry. I would be very angry. As you can see, it makes a bristling wall of spears. Lethal against any attacking force. I think I'm going to be interrupted actually. No? Still clear. Good. Very good. I was half afraid I'd be walked in on. That's why I was hesitant. Okay, we're going to speed up the battle here just to end it all. I could go after this lot, but they're actually not worth it. After them! Catch the pigeon! Okay. Benny Hill, what can you do? Okay, our general's given up. He's stopped chasing them for a pretty good reason, actually. Ah, we rest on our sticks. Yes, we are badass. Can't you tell? Although I have to admit, I'm surprised the way their morale went down. Very good. Decisive victory. Depending on how many men you lose or how many enemies you defeat, you kill in battle, you'll be awarded a type of victory. Close victory is the worst, when you take heavy casualties but win. Decisive victory is somewhere in the middle. And heroic victory is when you win against overwhelming odds with minimal casualties. We won a decisive victory, so we're somewhere in the middle. Now, we have to dance to this epic music. Oh no, it's not really appropriate. Not with Japanese music. We won the battle! We are not shameful dispraise. We are glorious dispraise! You didn't hear it in this battle, but generally when your men are running from the battlefield, you will... Oh, we only lost 63 men. Much better than what we lost last time. Ina Shingunja! Because I don't speak Japanese, that's useless to me. Now, I'm not even going to fight this battle out, because as you can see, their force is more or less crippled. So we're just going to auto-resolve the battle. These are the sort of times when you do want to auto-resolve, when victory is absolutely certain. Ah, you block katana! We only lost 6 men. Thus crushing our pesky rebels. Rebel scum. Mission successful. So we've successfully accomplished the mission. Crush the rebellion in the following province, Iwate. This is an auspicious day indeed, my lord. We have successfully accomplished this mission for the greater good of the clan, and can now reap the benefits of our efforts, which are inspired endeavours. Which I think in 25% is it? Yep, 25% wealth generated by all buildings. So it means we are a little bit wealthier. Oh, and this is another thing. In this game, your general can actually level up. It's like an RPG almost. You get certain skill points that you can allocate to certain traits. Like as you can see here, warrior. To command others, man must master himself. This will give his general's bodyguard an extra +1 in melee defense, which is useful, I suppose. Then you've got the strategist. Contemplation and go bring military wisdom. So you have, see, an allocated number of skill points, which is 2 in this case. So I could put 1 into strategist, which at level 1 adds plus 10 to campaign movement. Campaign movement range, which is good. It means you can march further. And then at level 2 you get a 20% bonus to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give 2 into strategist. Because frankly, you don't, in this game, you don't want to use you don't want to put your general in the thick of the fighting too often unless you have no choice. He can be good for flanking maneuvers, but at the same time you don't want to use him too often, because if he dies you're more or less screwed. So right now he has a base command of 2, 20% to campaign movement range, which means now we can march that little bit further. And we can hire retainers. These give a little bit extra to... These are people that give extra traits to him. So, koto player, which is a sort of guitar, I think. It's like a... It's a sort of a... It's that... It's the... I think it's the music you're hearing now. I think it's the instrument that's played on, but I could be wrong. Koto player. Of course, my lord! Another song about cherry blossoms! Right away! Which gives +1 morale to all men under his command, which I suppose is very useful. Okay, and a doctor. The palsy and the pox will kill a man as surely as any blade. Apply leeches to the afflicted area. So we're gonna koto player. That'll give us a little bit of extra morale. Then we're going to head back to Iwate. See, in this game you can't retrain men, not manually. In this game you have to wait for them to retrain, which you do, I think, by standing in friendly territory. And I've been going on for X amount of time. I don't like talking for 20 minutes, so I'm going to cut the recording before I'm interrupted. So, this has been Fred of Asgarnia, recording the second video for the My Fred Pip J24 channel. Future Shogun of Japan! And I am signing off. I'm also insane as always. Frogs, lobsters, and everything else. Woo! I'm signing off.